On-site snagging is a tool that allows you to be able to easily identify snags, communicate these snags across project stakeholders, and streamlines the handover process from the contractor, subcontractor, all the way to project handover with the customers. It consists of two modules. There is the mobile application, which can be downloaded for free onto any device, whether it's an Android or iOS device, iPad, mobile, anything, and it works offline. So you don't need internet connection when you are on the site, either adding snags or accessing the snag information or even signing off the snags. It also consists of a website, which acts as a single point of information. You can track the progress of your project from here. You can extract all kinds of reports directly from the website, and you have all kinds of summary tables, dashboards, and analytics that help you um, in your project reporting and in your KPIs, and gives you a full visibility across all activities which are happening on the site that are related to Snag.
When the project admin gives you access to a specific project, you will receive an email notification with your account details. So to access the website, simply click on the URL that is there on the email notification. It will open the login interface for you. Then copy your username and password, which is the first four characters. So do not copy the dot at the end, only the first four digits, and then click login. If you had access to multiple projects, you would be able to see them from here and then select the project that you want to log into. Or else you would simply be redirected to the project that you have access to.
In order to download the project to your mobile app, first of all, make sure you are connected to the internet. Then the only thing you need to do is to click on this plus button. Right. The easiest way to download a project is by scanning the barcode that you receive in the access email, this one. In order to do that, you click on the scan button and point it towards that QR code. Automatically, it will fill in your username, the URL, and the password. You just need to click on next. This is first option. Second option is by manually copying and pasting the URL, username, and password into this form. And the third way is by adding in or typing in the main company URL. So for example, demo onsite.us, and then you click on next. Add your username and password. This will give you a list of the projects that you have access to. So you can select the project and choose to download it. If you click on this icon, it will download it with the images. If you click on this icon, it will download it without images. If the project is big and it's already started, you are downloading it after a while, choose download without images so that you don't have to wait until all the old images have been downloaded into the device. Wait for everything to download, and that's it. Click on finish. Edit the project, you can click on it, automatically it will open. When you open the project, you would land on the T plan or the building elevation plan. So here, for example, if I want to go to this building, I have to click on the blue quick link. It will expand the building elevation. From there, I can choose which floor. And from that floor, I can open a specific unit also by clicking on the blue quick link. All right. Another way is by using the plans drawer, this one. So for example, building one, I can click on it. It will open the floors under it and select the floor and from there to the unit. Or directly From here, I can search for the unit name or the villa name. For example, 101B, and I can click on it directly. It will open it and take me to that unit. Inside the unit, or the apartment, or the villa, each room is represented by an X-shaped icon, this one. So whenever I need to add a new issue, I start by clicking on the area X icon, and I click Add Issue. Automatically, this yellow pen icon will appear. I can place it by clicking, only by clicking. Do not drag and drop. Simply click where you want to place it, and then you can fix it by clicking on this check icon. Automatically, the snag form would appear. You start by either taking a photo, recording a video, loading something from your gallery or files. You can mark up the plan only or record the voice note. Let's take a photo. Let's say there's a crack here in the tiles. I can take one or multiple photos, highlight or mark up where the issue is located, and click on Save. Then we can either start by the category, type, and details to classify this issue. So for example, here I will search for and fill the category, types, and detail, or I can simply search for crack directly. Okay, here, floor, chip, crack tile to replace. I select it. Automatically, it will fill the category, type, and detail, so you don't have to go through them manually. Then you can give it a priority and a due date, and the snag gets automatically assigned to the main contractor. Then you can click on Save. That's it. The issue has been created. This is the information. I can still edit or delete the snag if needed. But remember, this is an offline application. So far, whatever I did is still local on my device. No one knows about it. So when I'm done with my inspection, I go back to my office. I have internet connection. I need to sync. To sync, you need to make sure you are connected to the internet. You click on this refresh icon and you say sync now. Wait for everything to turn green. Okay, now that the sync is done, if I click on the snag, you can see I can no longer edit or delete my snag. No one can update the information, edit or delete the snag after syncing. As a contractor, I can access the unit, check the snags information, the ones that are assigned to me. This is the first option. Second option, when you log in, you can go to your global dashboard here. This gives you a list of all the snags which are there on the project. You can also filter if needed by anything, by status. So let's say I want to see the open and the reopened issues so that I can focus on them. And then you can click on the snag. It will automatically take you to that unit and open the snag information. For this snag, I can click on the photo, expand it, see the information. Let's say I want to reassign it to one of my subcontractors. I simply click on this reassign button and select the subcontractor to who I want to assign this issue and say save. Okay. And let's say for this issue, I'm gonna fix it myself. So after I fix it, to sign off any snag, you simply click on this check icon. Check. You can see the status gets automatically rectified, but you can also change it to, for example, not in scope or in dispute for some reason. But let's say this one we fixed it. So I'm gonna keep it as rectified, and I will take a photo of the rectification. Save, save. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now you can see that this issues icon turned into blue, indicating that it has been rectified. You can also get a list of all the snags which are there on this unit by clicking here. You can see I have 4 late snags, one that's open, one that's rectified. If I click on the number 4, it would list me those 4 snags, and I can click on it. It will automatically open it for me. As a subcontractor, I can access my dashboard. and to see the snags to which I have access to, or the snags that are assigned to me. And it's important to know that every subcontractor will only have access to the snags that are assigned to them. They cannot access any snag that is assigned to another subcontractor. All right, so I access the snag information, and once I fix it in the same way, I simply click on this check icon. You can see the status for subcontractor would be fixed. I simply take a photo of the rectification, save, save. That's it. Once the snags have been fixed, it will go back to the main inspector team to check the rectification. They can either close the snag or reopen the snag if they are not happy with the rectification. It is important to know that the system is visual. So the color would indicate the status and the shape would indicate the category of the snag. Let me show you here on the legend. So everything in yellow means it's an open issue, red for overdue, blue is for rectified by the contractor, etc. And for the shape, so every shape, as you can see, would represent a specific scope of work. Now, let us check the rectification. To do that, we go to the history, and we can see that this issue have been fixed on this date by this user, right? I can expand the photo of the rectification. Let's say this one, I'm happy with the rectification and I will close it. So remember always to take action on any snag, we are using this check icon. Status is automatically closed. I simply save. Then for this snag, and after checking the rectification, I found that it's not satisfactory and I need to reopen it. So again, I click on the check. Instead of keeping it as closed, I change it to reopened. I can take a photo also and specify why I am reopening the snag here in appropriate finishing. And that's it. Save. After syncing, you will notice that the snag that have been closed will no longer show on the map. You will still be able to access it from the website, but it will no longer show on the mobile application. Next are some tips and tricks. First of all, each plan has its own menu now. It will consolidate a list of snags. You can group them by status and then click, see the snags relate to each status, or you can simply swipe to see all the issues. Same is there for the IRs. So this is where you can access the inspection requests. Same for the forms. Attachments, so you can attach documents to a plan. Also, some tips and tricks for the inspectors. If you long press on an existing snag, you can copy it and head on to a different area, different location, different apartment. And here you have two options. You can either paste the issue or paste the issue with the image as well. Fix it. Here you go. You can see all the info have been copied along with the image. This is one. Two, I can also long press on an image and move it, but make sure to keep it in the same area. I can also group a snag or add a new as a group. And this is helpful where you are working in a tiny area and you have a lot of snags to keep them organized. So what I can do, the next time I'm adding a snag, I can long press on the existing issue and say add new as a group, capture the snag information, save. Now I can see the icon changed. There is number 2 indicating that two snags have been grouped here. So when you click on it, it would list those two snags. And keep in mind, these are completely two different snags with completely different unique identifier number. And you can take action on each and every one separately. Also, when adding a snag, I can import from typical. For example, there is a snag that is repeating in all the typical units. I can simply say import from typical. It would list those snags here. Or I can do the other way around. I can long press on an existing snag and say clone to typical. It would list me all the typical units related to this unit, and I click save. It will automatically copy and paste them in all these units at the same location with the same snag information. You can also filter the snags which are there on the unit by all kinds of records. You can filter by status, and you can mix and match. Also combine it with, for example, category. There is also a global dashboard. So on this dashboard, first of all, there is the issues dashboard. It would list all the issues which are there on the system. You have the inspection requests dashboard as well, and the form global dashboard.
All the features of the mobile application are also available on the website. You can click on plans. It will open the exact same replica of the mobile application. You can jump from one plan to the other. You can also search for a specific plan. You can add an issue. Upload a photo from your gallery. Fill all the information, just like we were doing on the mobile application, and click save. You can also sign off issues from here. And you can also filter.